Guys, it's been a while since I've been on YouTube, and I'm sorry about that, but I've been just kind of taking a break, and also I've been busy with other things. So this video ain't gonna be much, but I did get this not so long ago with a bunch of tools in it. I did pick up this free dirt bike, um, not so long ago, like maybe a week ago, but it's completely junk now because it needs a new motor. So I'm probably have to put a new motor in it, because the clutch that's in here, this is an automatic by the way, but the clutch is in here needs replaced because it would run but not for long, and also if you would rev it up it'll just completely die, and that's usually a clutch issue. And I knew it's not the carburetor, but because I did also look up, if the carburetor sucking too much air can cause it, but it's very unlikely. The clutch can cause it not to run for a long period of time, and it can also cause it not the actual bike to drive. So since they don't make this clutch anymore, I kind of can't use this engine anymore. So I'm probably gonna try to put a different engine in it, hopefully, but I'm not sure. So we did buy some replacement parts. Here's a new coil. This coil didn't work. We got to return that. Parts of a new throttle that we ordered, but this throttle is not the right one because that's what the new throttle looks like. Where's the old throttle at? And this is what the old throttle looks like. So the new throttle didn't actually work, but hopefully we can get a new engine in that. Obviously there's my bike. I put a bunch of upgrades into here. If you've ever seen my bike before, it did have flat handlebars, but I put about a bunch of money into that bike. And you can see my boat right there. It's a pretty nice boat. We got AC in here now. It's a pretty nice setup from the last time you guys seen it in here. But I've got a bunch of sockets in here, ratchets, stuff like that. This is my bike tool, like the tools for my bikes that I work on. That's all in there. This is all my pliers and stuff like that, you know. Got LED lights in here too, pretty nice. This is my Allen wrench drawer, pretty nice also. Got some standard wrenches, some metric and standard stubby wrenches right here. This is just full of Allen wrenches that I never use. Bike tire tubes, some zip ties, microfiber cloth, and some more over there. Mallet and a hammer. This is my favorite one. This is the wrench drawer. This is all metric down here. And this is all metric normal, and then this is metric ratcheting wrenches that I got. They're nice. They're not the highest quality, but you know, they'll work for what I use them for. So I put a bunch of money into this. I got this tool cart for my birthday, and I bought all the tools in it myself. Nice screwdrivers on the side here. Got some bits back there. Magnet tray. Stuff like that. So like a few ratchets, nut drivers. Don't have a full set. I'm missing like two. Well, this is my favorite 3/8 ratchet right here. This is the main one I use. Sometimes use this one. I don't know. It depends how I feel. But yeah, so I have not been on in a while. I did post a short last night, but I did shoot a deer last night. So it was a small doe. It was the first deer of the season that I got, so I'm not very picky since it's the first one of the season. It's not like terribly small, but I do have a picture I can show you. You know, it's not a horrible size, but I'm gonna start being more picky now, not shoot anything this small again. But it's not bad, it's not too small, but it's alright, I guess. But you know, there was a spike that was following it, and I'm obviously not gonna shoot a spike unless the other times I would shoot a spike if it was my first deer, but I've already had my first deer. That was a button buck. But the other time I would shoot a spike or something very small if it's towards the end of the season. I'm just trying to get rid of a tag, and that's a different story. But I'm not gonna waste a buck tag on a spike unless it's at the end of the season, which would make more sense. But yeah, hopefully I can get this bike running. Needs a bunch of new parts, stuff like that. So I might make videos on this bike. I'm not sure. Other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed. I might post one here soon again. I really do not know. Depends how busy I get. But anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys in the next one.